Well, the girls, how you doing? Let's do another pickacard. Today is going to be no communication. George is very here, as you can hear, deep voice. Okay, so let's have a look. No communication, 2 pounds, and then we develop as always, okay? But let's not be triggered, as I always say. 1, 2, 1, 2. Always. Okay, pile number 1, no communication. King of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, the Hierophant. Interesting. So you might be dealing with someone who may appear very up in the air, you know, kind of fluffing around, very narcissist, and maybe a little bit social butterfly. Me, that's what it is. However, there is an idea of looking at you, wishing to be with you. So even if they give an illusion of something, you know, that superficial, it's not the case, because deep inside they have something very dear or endearing about you, right? They are on a mission or on a process to learn a lot about themselves. The Hierophant is coming out a lot at the moment. I think we all have a desire not to redo the same mistake than we had made maybe in the past, and we're trying to learn and improve ourselves. Nothing wrong with that. It's all about healing, self-development, and also there's an idea of they recognize that you two are meant to share something together. Absolutely. It could also be that someone, a boss, you know, look like that person doesn't really care about you, doesn't pay attention what you're doing, but at the same time checking you out and maybe thinking of improving your situation because they can recognize your worth. Your worth. Right. Of course, there is a period of no communication, maybe a pause, maybe an idea of, yes, I need to do that healing and I need to be alone to do so. Absolutely, that's very understandable. It's a time of reflection. Generally, you don't go to a club, you know, to have that kind of period of time. You know, you kind of want to stay at home or do something, you know, go for a walk or something when you are facing yourself very much. Yeah, and rebuilding your strengths totally. So at the moment, they may not have any communication with you because they're healing, they're processing, they're grounding themselves, they're building up their strengths. Absolutely correct. Because they were very tormented. And maybe they were very attracted to you. I mean, the King of Wands, male or female, doesn't matter. It's all about, you know, physical attraction, sex, all that kind of things. Nothing wrong with that. But the thing is, they might want to have a little bit more understanding of themselves and not just stay on a superficial side of things. They want to rebalance themselves, absolutely. And maybe be fair, come back to you, apologize, or do the right thing. Okay, so no communication because they are working on themselves at the moment and they need that time. Let's have a major arcana just to wrap it up. For pile number 1, no communication. What do we have? The Hermit. Yeah, again, you know, so we have the Hermit twice. It's inevitable, you know, inevitable. There's a need to be alone, that need to set back a little bit, maybe less of a social butterfly now, more grounded, needed the time to reflect and just to understand themselves better. To come back, probably stronger than ever. Okay, absolutely. So let's have a look at pile number 2, no communication. King of Swords, 3 of Swords, the Devil. Oh, lovely. Just lovely. Right, okay, mamma mia. King of Swords, someone obviously who has feeling for you, but the sword in front of their heart, they block you. They hot and cold, they harsh with their words, they keep you at bay, you name it, they do it. Okay, they probably have a third party. Or also the way they talk to you is so abrupt. I mean, my goodness, they have to learn how to communicate, okay? Or they don't know how to have a constant communication or regular communication with somebody, obviously. But they could very much be with a karmic, okay? They could be in a relationship with, maybe they have someone else on the side. They could be with someone that is very, how can I say, manipulative for them. So that could be a member of the family, that could be a friend, that could be whatever. But they are stuck in repeating the pattern, okay? So they're kind of like on a wheel and they carry on, carry on, carry on. They may have been tempted by you, but they have that third party regardless. Okay, so so maybe they were tempted and then they decide not to, so change of perspective. Or maybe now they think, well, they were tempted by you and they would like to have a go. But if it's just about also sexual energy, maybe it's not what you want. Okay, so yeah, well, 1111, boom, twin flame, as you know. So your connection, when they recognize it, make them uncomfortable because they don't really know how to handle you. You are out of their league, and at the same time you're mirroring each other, so they don't know how to deal with a twin. They've never been with a twin. They were with a karmic for maybe all their life, so obviously it's like a shock to the system. How do I do that? It's intense. Twin flame, it's revealing yourself to yourself, and it's very strong and it's very powerful, and it can be a little bit of a shock to the system indeed. Yeah, love at first sight, you think so? Yeah. When you meet your twin, you recognize that person. That's it. You just know. It doesn't make any sense. You barely know them and you feel like you know them forever. It's one of those things, okay? So maybe as a King of Pentacles, that person wanted to, you know, keep the appearances as well, with as well the King of Swords, definitely. And, you know, be the good person. Oh yeah, you know, I have a family, I go to work and blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, not living in tune with themselves, not living in tune with the true desire. But on the outside, looking very good and doing like the good thing, the right thing, very responsible, but suffering inside. Ten of Swords, you bet. So after the Ten of Swords, you have the Ace of Swords. So there is gonna be a clarity about them. I know what I want, I know what I don't want. I can't continue like this, lying to myself and being on that wheel. I mean, it's like, oh my God, I can't do this. Yeah. So you see what I mean? They carry as a messenger that one sword and that clarity, and they come towards you. They need to tell you, they need to talk to you, they need to explain the process as well, but also why they couldn't handle you to start with. Fair enough. Okay, so let's have a major arcana for pile number 2, no communication. It's a lot to take in, absolutely. When you're used to a certain pattern and suddenly you have to, you know, High Priestess, you know all of that. I'm just validating what you already know, probably, you know, because you recognize that they're your twin. For you, it's not a big deal. Oh, it's okay, it's my twin. Okay, fine. Okay, I wait. You know, I know that person will come to me eventually. It's okay, cool. I'm not waiting next to the phone. I'm doing my thing, but I know it's coming or she's coming, period. Okay, but for that person, that was not the same thing. As a High Priestess, you have many lifetime experience. You know, you can handle that kind of spirituality. But that person is more down to earth and more about the money, maybe about the career, about the appearances, the material world. Very different. So of course they're overwhelmed. Okay, but for the time being. And then boom, bada boom, right? On this note, have a beautiful day and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Ciao.